Hello and welcome. This time I am reporting from my desk and I'm going to show you that there were bots in the audience of Donald Trump at his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania that was broadcast on the NTD and on the PBS. And yeah, the best example is the person that just stepped down. This guy here, this guy is a bot, he is not real. They just inserted him into the audience so that he can appear interested in the speech by Donald. Yeah, now the camera moves away, so I'm gonna skip this part here. And now we're almost at the shooting already. So the shooting starts just at the perfect time when the camera on the NTD zooms in on Donald. How lucky Donald was that day, right? So let's focus on this guy here, and he disappears into nothing. Boom! And gone he is. He's gone forever. Want to see that again? Okay, let's go frame by frame. So we're almost at the point of the shooting. Take a look at what happened. Then the ear tap and Donald ducks. So this guy notices it first of all the audience members. And, oh my God, Donald got shot. Donald ear tap, Donald duck. And this guy now has to disappear into nothing because the real people around him, like this lady, the lady behind him, this big black fella, they all start ducking. And this guy has to disappear. Now, just for kicks, this lady is also a bot. But let's just focus on that this lady here, with this lady that has these e-glasses, this lady is a bot. But let's just focus on this young gentleman. Let's let it run frame by frame. Goes down, 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 down. And gone he is now. And this woman here blocks his way forwards. And this woman behind him also ducks down. So there is no place for this bot man in the white polo shirt to exist in. The place gets very tight and he just disappeared until all eternity. Gone he is. Yeah. Bring out the violence. A bot has disappeared. Oh my God. Want to see that again? Let's let it run again. Okay, okay. Camera zooms in. Really see something that said Donald ear tap, bot disappears. And gone he is. Yeah, guys. Now the camera swings away. And camera swings away, okay. And yeah, hydraulic fluid spraying out. And most people already forgot that there ever was this young man with the white polo shirt standing behind Donald. And the camera swings around and swings around. And when are we back at that place? Yeah, now we're back at the place. And the lady with the pink cap and the red pink shirt is still standing in her place. But the white man with the polo shirt is still gone. Yeah, this was the most prominent example. Let's let it run again. I mean, that's what they do on the Fox News. They constantly let it run again. That's what I'm also doing here. And gone he is. Gone forever. Yeah, here. Fox style. 3 times in a row. Gone forever. And another time just to enjoy it. Okay, no, we don't have to go completely Fox style. Okay, so this guy here is a bot. Then who else are bots here in this camera perspective? Yeah, this woman here is also a bot. This woman here is a bot. But these two will disappear out of frame. Notice that this black woman here is just sitting in the front row. She's not standing because this is an elevated podium. This podium is right around 5 feet high, I think. And she's not standing. She is sitting in the front row. And she never leaves her place. So let's let it run. Focus on these two women because this woman here would essentially have to pass through this real person. And she can do that. She just disappears into nothing. Focus. She disappears into nothing just like this guy. Okay, let's let it run. In real time. And notices it first. Disappears out of the frame. And she's gone forever. This woman here is our bot suspect. So remember her. Here she was standing, and she is supposed to somehow disappear here or to run through these people here, or I don't know where she is running. Because first off, it is a really unnatural behavior of a person to run towards the person that gets shot right to begin with. So people don't do that. They don't run forwards. They don't run towards Donald. Yeah, here the woman is gone. Yeah, people just don't do that. And I think this is also an AI error. So the AI just got confused by the Secret Service agents rushing towards Donald. And the AI thought that it is a good idea to let all the bots rush towards Donald. But this is not a natural behavior for people at a shooting. People at a shooting don't rush towards the person that gets shot. They just don't do that. They duck down. Or even move away from the person that gets shot. Okay, now we already heard the first shot. Donald ear tap. Okay, I'm going to go frame by frame. Ear tap. Donald duck. Like in the DuckTales. DuckTales. Ooh. And the bot is gone here. The bot is gone here. This young lady is also a bot. She also disappears into nothing. There is no place for her to exist because this big black fella just pushes forwards and he really takes up all the space. Does he maim this black woman? Does the big black real guy maim this bot woman? Yeah, we don't know, but they all push forwards and the place just gets so tight here. They all disappear behind the podium. And yeah, gone they are. And yeah, let's let it run again. Yeah, once more, this is just so great from the NTD. I mean, the shot appears just when this camera zooms in on Donald. Can this be coincidence? Yeah, I don't know, guys. We don't really elaborate on this in this video here. We just focus on the bots here. Let's watch it again. Fox News style. Repeat everything 3 times or 4 times. Okay, that's again bot and then another bot woman appearing here. They all disappear into nothing. Now this bot woman here is even more interesting because her hair just behaves unnaturally. So here we are again seconds before the shooting, and look at this part of her hair here and watch what happens.
Take a look what happened.
Have you seen that? Again. So watch what happens. This hair whips backwards like a whip. Why does this happen? Because the AI confuses the whipping sound of the bullet with the hair movement. And the AI simply lets the hair whip backwards because it heard a whipping sound by the bullet. Focus on that hair movement.
Take a look what happened.
Yeah. Completely unnatural. The AI made a mistake. So this woman is also a bot. A really funny one, actually.
Take a look what happened.
It's always funny when you see that, yeah. You shouldn't laugh because there is a person that died there. And not just one person. Comparatori died. Tom Crooks died. The alleged assassin that, yeah, is not the assassin because, most likely is not the assassin because the evidence incriminating Tom Crooks is fake. I already made a video. You can find it here in the info box. I'm going to link that. And the spraying fluid, of course. Yeah, here is where David Dutch got severely wounded, and Copenhaver also got severely wounded on this. Here, this is Copenhaver. I think could be him. The man in the white outfit. So these 2 guys, they got severely wounded. But yeah, I think we're pretty much done in this perspective with the bots. We're going to move over to the other perspective on the PBS network. And yeah, here it's a bit more complicated. So this, first of all, is again a bit of a different camera perspective. So this woman here is standing to Donald's right shoulder in the pale blue outfit on the PBS, and on the NTD. The woman was standing to Donald's left shoulder, so to our right. So this is the same woman here. So it's a slightly different camera perspective on the NTD and on the PBS. So, and you can also see here this blonde woman in the red outfit. She is most likely a bot. She's standing very close to Donald here on the PBS, and on the NTD she was standing further out here. So here you can see that it is just a different camera perspective. Yeah, here we covered all the bots on the NTD. There was this guy, this woman, and another woman behind Donald were the most prominent bots. And now we're going to cover these 4 ladies because they're also bots. This black lady is a bot on the PBS. They're standing here. So here you can see black lady number 1. Here you can see another black lady. She's also a bot. And the other 3 young women that stand behind Donald
wow.
You
guys are doing it. They're getting
1,
better
2,
with
3,
time.
4
My
behind
guys,
Donald.
take a look at that chart. Take a look at the
women are bots. This woman here is a bot in the US America outfit. This woman with the US America hat is also a bot. And I just wanna show you something on the other perspective, so that we can see that there is a real woman with this cap here, with this white, dark blue, red cap, and another woman with a red cap, and these are real, and they never move position. They just stay in position, and we are supposed to believe on the PBS. Now here we see them on the NTD, but on the PBS we are supposed to believe that these 4, or that these 3 white women, this Asian woman, this black woman, and another black woman just disappear somehow in this area. And that somehow these 5 women here, that they somehow slip through these other women that never leave position. This woman never leaves position. This woman also never leaves position. So let's go to the PBS. So here we see the 4 women, and we're gonna go to, and okay, that's a bit backwards. And here we see black bot woman number 1, and here black bot woman number 2. So this here is also black woman. Black is supposed to be a black woman, but she's a bot, hiding very well. So here, she's supposed to be a black woman at a Trump rally. Yeah, and here you can already see that this lady here never leaves position. We can also see her on the other camera perspective again. She's that lady. She never leaves position. Let's go back to the PBS again, and let's go to the moments before the shooting. Or I can just let it run at a faster speed, because you will see that these women also don't walk anywhere else.
My guys, take a look at that chart. Take a look at the arrow on the bottom. See the big red arrow, right? So that's when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the government services. Comes right out of Border Patrol. Let's mute the audio. We just don't see them. We don't see the black woman here, the other black woman. We don't see her. We also don't see the other 4 bot women. Now here, the camera does not zoom in on the screen. It doesn't zoom in and out of Donald as it was on the NTD. Remember, on the NTD, we had this zooming in and out. So here it zooms out on the screen, and then it zooms in on Donald right before the first shot. That was on the NTD. On the PBS, we don't have that. So it stays pretty much fixed in that camera position, in that perspective. We are 2 seconds before the shot, and I'm going to let it run in normal speed now on the PBS. Watch the bots here, watch this bot, watch this bot. And they're all gone, yeah? So, and now we're going to go frame by frame. So, seconds before the shooting, Donald ear tap. So these women, these bot women, are supposed to react before Donald even reacts. You can see that in the frame by frame. So this blonde woman is fascinated by Donald, of course, and the Asian woman looks away seconds before the shot, even drinks something, and then they're fascinated by Donald. And the blonde woman opens her mouth. Oh my God. Asian woman still has a sip in her mouth, but they react so fast. And she swallows very fast and ducks down, even with the sip in her mouth. And they react faster than Donald. Donald, ear tap. First two ladybots are gone, Asian ladybot and blonde woman with mud green cap are already gone. Then red cap blonde bot woman is gone. This bot also is gone. Then this bot woman is also gone. And then this bot woman takes the elevator downwards. Look at how fast she goes down. I mean, this is just completely unnatural. And gone she is, and they're all gone. Oh, here's the bot again, and she gets pushed down again. Yeah. Is this any natural? No, of course it's not natural. So let's go through it frame by frame again. So 2 seconds before the shot, and I let it run in normal speed now. Yeah, so they're all gone. And the people that you see now are real people. So these people here, they never leave position. And this is a very normal reaction for a shooting. You simply don't run towards the person that gets shot at a shooting. And I would say this here is also a normal reaction. She just, yeah, crouches or... And sometimes I thought, at a certain point, I thought this was her kid. So the big blonde woman that storms in from behind maybe wants to protect her kid. That, by the way, also disappears. I don't really know if that kid is a bot. It could be. He also disappears into pretty much nothing. And yeah, I mean, this is just not normal. And watch this lady here. She never leaves position, really. She ducks down a bit. This woman here doesn't leave position. Or a man. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Maybe this man here doesn't leave position. Yeah, it's hard to tell in that t-shirt and a cap if that's a man or a woman. I think it's a man. I think it's her husband. Yeah, but these people, they more or less stay in place. And yeah... that this lady here also doesn't really react. This woman completely stays in place. This woman, I don't know, ducks down a bit or crouches a bit. Is a normal reaction, I would say. But all the other women that were standing here in this area, they are just gone. They disappeared into nothing. And this is just completely silly. And yeah, then the camera zooms out. Yeah, and most people already forgot that these young ladies existed, and yeah, this is the reason why most people think that all of this was fake. Now the joke is, remember that black woman, where was that black woman? This black woman here, this you can hardly see her. I think they just inserted her. This is all these bot people are AI generated. So this black woman is also AI generated. It could be that they just trained an AI with footage of real actors. So it could be that these are just avatars of real actors, but I think most of them are completely AI generated. So in this black woman that appears and disappears here, where was she? Come on, black woman, where are you? And she is supposed to hide, when the shooting starts, she is supposed to have hidden under the legs of this guy here. And we can tell because this black woman reemerges. When does she reemerge? She reemerges, I think, here on... Here she gets up again. This is the black woman again, the black bot woman. And the joke is, yeah, here people stand up again. The real people, they stand up. They don't crouch anymore. And then there is more place for the bots again. And then they reappear again when Donald walks off the stage. And this repopulates the entire area and makes the entire crowd look a lot fuller.
We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history.
So here we have the black woman. And yeah, do we have anyone else reappearing here? Yeah, no. I don't really see anyone reappearing here, but Note that the bots are synchronized between the two cameras. So the cameras on the PBS and on the NTD, they are synchronized. And this was recorded with two different cameras. And let's see the bots reappear here. So here we can also see the black woman. So the black bot woman is supposed to have hidden under the legs of this old white guy. And yeah, here it is in real speed. So this is where she is supposed to have hidden. And the fun thing is, on the PBS, this white guy sits down once, so he would have just crushed her sitting down. I think it was somewhere here. So here's the guy that the black bot lady should have hidden under. And let's go frame by frame. I think it's somewhere here. Yeah, here he sits down essentially, and he doesn't even look down. So here he sits on top of the black lady, but he doesn't even look down. And then he gets up again in his, yeah, half standing, half crouching position. So I guess this shows that this black bot lady that we see here, allegedly hiding under his feet or under his legs, is just a bot. And yeah, miraculously she reappears when people stop ducking and crouching. Yeah, this lady is a bot. And I think we can also see the other black bot lady here. She reappears, she appears to take a picture of Donald, and then she dives down again immediately. So I can just yeah, let's just watch that again. Here the other black bot woman, she appears, takes a shot of Donald, and then disappears again. So this lady is also a bot. And here you could say, yeah, man, they look so photorealistic, but this is the 2020s, guys. I mean, they can create 3D simulations of people that don't exist, and they can insert them in live. Here she disappears again. There's no reason to duck anymore, and she disappears again. Yeah, note that this woman here is a real woman. She never left her position. I mean, you can just crawl through all of this footage and maybe spot another bot that I couldn't spot already. So in here, I think the blonde bot lady that had a mud green cap reappears here. Somewhere here she should be reappearing. Because there's just more space again, yeah. And there is more space for the bots to live in. And yeah, so here this is the blonde bot lady that reappears. She even lost her cap, right? It's so realistic. Oh my God, they even thought about making her lose her cap. Here another lady bot with a red cap reappears. And so I'm talking about, let's put this on a PBS again. Who am I talking about? So these women here, these two women, these bot women, they reappear here. Yeah, this is when they reappear. She has lost her cap. This is the black bot lady, and this is the other white blonde lady with a red cap. Yeah, and you cannot really notice this in real time. I mean, I must admit, this black woman here, she looks really photorealistic. But this is the times we live in. And also this woman here, everything looks very photorealistic. But these people are bots. And this is the reason why so many people think that the attempted assassination of Donald Trump was staged. Because there were live deepfakes in the audience on the NTD and on the PBS that were synchronized. All of this was augmented reality right to begin with. Yeah, could you find another bot? Let me know in the comments. That was it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next videos. Until then, bye.